Invented in 1972, launched in 82, bestsellers by 92, marketing, not science, created the SSRIs. Almost everything you read or hear about them is wrong. They are not, for instance, selective to serotonin. Prescribed in toxic doses, SSRIs benefit at best 1 in 6 of us. We could do better microdosing them and using them for short-lived problems. SSRIs are no use for severe mood disorders and cause more serious problems than finasteride and isotretinoin. Risk offered a view about what anyone consenting to those drugs should be told. What should people starting SSRIs be told? With a prescription drug, we swallow an unavoidably dangerous chemical. We also swallow information. Good information and a good relationship with your doctor was supposed to transform these hazardous chemicals into safest possible medicines. But the medical literature on SSRIs is close to entirely ghostwritten. At best, fake news. This fake literature is built into depression guidelines that control your doctor. Medical journals are too scared of lawsuits to report on SSRI hazards. Medical insurers prevent doctors telling inquests an SSRI caused a suicide or homicide. And AI is now spreading this fake news far and wide. You can believe almost nothing you read or hear about SSRIs. The perception that regulators like FDA do anything useful was created by pharma, who every so often let regulators add may contain nuts warnings that no one heeds. Way back, a good relationship with a doctor who listened to, looked at, and didn't jump to medicate you helped. Their experience with us on meds helped them keep us safe. But companies told your doctors and told us that their experience and our experience is anecdotal, misinformation, that company trials are the only truth. Companies openly say they don't have to hand over a free lunch or bribes to ensure doctors do not have a thought in their heads not put there by the companies. Medical professionals have no excuse for not knowing the medical literature is ghostwritten, and medical journals are too scared to tell doctors and us the truth. Instead, any media hint a treatment may not be 100% perfect comes with a message telling you if you're having problems, which these days are more likely linked to your meds than your condition, consult your doctor. Or consult suicide and crisis helplines where staff get the sack if they hint your drug could be causing your problem. Rather than celebrate a caring, skillful, and cautious use of medicines, psychiatric and family doctor organizations want doctors to prescribe more, summed up by this professional suicide note. SSRIs can cause visual problems, balance disorders, panic attacks, bowel damage, muscle wasting, homicides, suicides, sexual dysfunction, infertility, miscarriages, birth defects, autistic spectrum disorder, peripheral neuropathy, dependence, withdrawal, alcohol use disorder, weight gain, hemorrhage, strokes, osteoporosis, and a lot of other problems when they interact with the other drugs you might be on. Most of these problems can be permanent. If you consult doctors about them, unable to help, they will likely gaslight you or get nasty. Doctors as controlled as this are a trap. It was not supposed to be like this. Left alone, you manage potent over-the-counter SSRIs in the form of antihistamines like Piriton better than having a doctor-managed SSRI. Consider stopping your doctor-managed SSRI if it isn't suiting you, just the way you'd stop Piriton if it wasn't suiting you. Here are some trustability tests. Check how your doctor responds if challenged with, "Doctor, smoking nicotine does more for my OCD, anxiety or stress than an SSRI does." Or, "Randomized controlled trials are the gold standard way to hide drug hazards, doctor." If you say, "This SSRI is not suiting me," does he say, "It takes 6 weeks to be sure of this"? Or does he up the dose or prescribe another SSRI or SNRI? Does he add another drug to the mix? There are a few simple truths that are as true for nicotine as they are for SSRIs. The art of medicine involves bringing good out of the use of a poison. Only you can decide if the benefit you get is worth the risk. Treating and stopping is not the same as not treating. The hazards are dose and duration of exposure dependent. Almost the only thing you should trust about SSRIs, if you can read it accurately, is you. Almost the only thing you hear that you can trust are family and close friends, but only if they are looking closely at you and tell you what they see. Don't trust them if they just say, "You should do what your doctor or AI says." In a casino, you might hear mention of free will. You won't hear mention of informed consent.